So it's the 30th of September and I'm at Bazaar Newspaper in Crewe, and I'm with Alicia Smith and we're working on Unit 3, work with other people in a business environment. It is ongoing, this unit, and Alicia's been working on it for a couple of months, and we're finalising the outcomes 7, 8, 9 and 10 today. So Alicia, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, hello, I'm Alicia.
Here we've got be able to work in a way that fits with the organisation values and practices. So how do you work following policies and systems?
So, well, we've got to follow Data Protection Act, Human Rights Act, Sales of Goods Act, Computer Misuse Act and Equality.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay, right. Okay, so apply relevant organisational values across all aspects of your work.
Well, the main one is, well, for the work I'm doing is marketing and advertising and looking at the laws of that. So as this is more of an overview of it, so it's showing about advertising, having accurate descriptions, being legal, truthful, honest, and decent. And then there's further requirements into product types, for example, food and alcohol and them kind of things. But then it's all under data protection as well. It's also looking into consumer protection, unfair trade and regulations with advertising. It's including false messages and leaving out important information, using aggressive sales techniques for like your customers and stuff like that. It also looks at advertising to businesses by covering protection of the business and again misleading information, marketing regulations, as well as being accurate and honest, and you must not be misleading. Looking at protection over competitors' logo and trademarks and being similar. And then it looks into all the things that come from that. Really.
So how does it affect the business, do you think, there, if those values are lost?
Well, because you can be like prosecuted as a business for it because it's legal, so you'd be breaching the terms of the regulations then, really. So by doing that you could face charges. Like certain people within the business could face disciplinaries and stuff like that
as well. Okay.
So it will affect the business. Also it can create a bad reputation and brand name.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, because it happened with all the burgers, didn't it? People slagging off these big quarter pounders that looked ginormous, and yet it's weird because the new marketing now, that I know where I live in Liverpool, there's these burger bars now where they're huge burgers now, and there's a big wooden thick stake through them to hold them together. They're so tall. They're about 7-8 inches tall now, aren't they? So it's almost like people have tapped into it, haven't they, of what people's needs are, wanting the big burgers. So on 7.3, work with outside organisations and individuals in a way that protects the image of your organisation when relevant. Where's that applied to yourself?
So, for example, we, as a team, we went out to the print show at Birmingham, the NEC. So while we were there, we had lanyards on of our names and the business that we're representing. During that trip, we had to obviously we had to be like presentable because we're representing the company. We were following security measures of the NEC, especially by wearing the lanyards around our neck, because you couldn't really get about anyway by doing that. It's just keeping in mind legislations as well, especially like protection of customers and
yeah, it's a long time since I've been to the NEC, but I do remember when I was there, you know, we applied to go to attend. Again, you're right, you know, we received confirmation, and then we got lanyards, and so they knew everybody that was in there was people who were meant to be there. Yeah, okay.
So it's following their security measures as well.
Okay, brilliant. On to the next criteria. Seek guidance when unsure about organisational policy, systems and procedures and values.
Yeah, so if I needed any information to do with them kind of things, internally I would go to Christina, as she's the director. So I would go to Christina for them kinds of information internally, but external information I would use, for example, gov.uk, their website, for any information, or similar websites along those lines that hold the same kind of information.
Okay, I see. Right, so on the .gov.uk site. Okay, so you've got all of those listed. Okay, brilliant. And coming on to the next one, we have communicate effectively with other people in a team. Moving on to outcome 8.
Yeah.
So do you want to just talk through your communication procedures?
Yeah, so being at the main desk, like the reception desk, all the main calls, unless they've got direct lines, they'll come through to this telephone, and then I will direct them how I need to direct them. Okay. So say if somebody called, I would transfer. If they were calling about newspaper advertising, for example, I would put it through to Sandra, so then it calls through to another desk, and then basically it's transferred to her desk. Okay. So that's why it's ringing over there. Oh no! You can put that down, yeah. So then you can, by also doing that, I can pick the phone up and I can give her a message before the person's put through to it to tell her who it is, but because she sits behind me, I can just tell her face to face.
And I saw that before. I observed you before, just to put this into this observation. I actually did see you pass a spreadsheet over before when Christine had called.
Oh, so. So any information will be passed over as well, but also we have the email systems as well to email each other.
Okay. Do you want to show how you work with your email systems? Are they internal or? Okay, so you'll have to log on to Outlook.
Yeah.
Okay.
But these are all they're all collaborative anyway.
Okay.
So my emails, the emails that I receive, Christina will receive them as well.
Okay.
So they're all like together anyway. So, yeah. But then if I need to, then I can email.
So is this OneCom where they come through?
Yes.
Oh, right. I've not seen OneCom before.
Yeah. So we
does it have a diary system as well on there? A calendar?
Calendar, yes. We can map everything on.
Okay.
Yep.
Let's move over to that. Oh, brilliant. Okay, and then so you've got a list of contacts.
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant. Okay.
So it shows all the recent contacts.
Brilliant. Okay, yeah. So people who you've got.
Yep.
Ah. Okay, so it's like a shared server, if you like, with mail. Okay, brilliant. On 8.2, contribute to the agreement of work objectives and quality measures in a team to achieve a positive outcome. How do you work there with with quality measures?
So, for example, when I was doing one of my tasks, I needed to collect information of details of companies to contact them. So doing that, I did it through the South Cheshire Chambers, as we're a member and everybody else on here is a member. So it's all a paid membership, but the South Cheshire Chamber has their own...
Could it be a full page, that? Could you possibly make it a full page? Okay.
So they have their own measures and everything to protect everyone, and me getting information off there, I'm doing it by their measures. So.
Right. What's at the scroll to the bottom of their page?
Yeah.
So what's the disclaimer and user guide and terms and conditions? So what is that? What is their kind of disclaimer of the database that they've got there? So, I mean, their terms and conditions are certain things that you can and can't do.
Yes, but by signing up and putting your information onto there, you're agreeing to their.
Right. Okay.
So you have to sign up. You have to be able to put information on there.
Right. Okay. So what? And go back to the other. So that's the terms and conditions.
Yep.
And what was the others at the bottom? At the very bottom, was it the
User guide.
Yeah, and the disclaimer.
Yeah.
So is there some sort of? They've obviously got their own legislations, haven't they? As
so
well?
it's respecting copyright, sharing personal views through it,
Right. Okay.
posting through a company profile. You've got to agree to all that,
Right.
or they will ban you as a member.
Right.
So,
I see. Okay. So there are these disclaimers in terms of conditions
so
of
everyone
portal of using that. Great. Okay. And I guess it's again, like you said before, following the Privacy Act
definitely,
as well, with the data protection in
Yeah.
there as well. Okay, brilliant. So by using that chamber, how does that adhere to your quality measures?
Well, when I was collecting that information, I had to transfer things onto a database to be able to access.
Could you show that database just to show there? Because
second.
just coming into the next bit, 8.3, making sure that those goals and objectives are achieved in a way that makes the best of your own ability and the team.
So this is an example when it loads up. I'm going to have to give it a minute. Just let it load up. Anyway, on this database, I've collected the details of them in its settings, and everyone's been contacted on there, and it shows that the side had they're a member of the Chambers of Commerce, so all their relevant details, and I've contacted them.
Right. Okay.
So that's me going by the agreed standards. And
brilliant. Okay. So
what I was needed to do.
Following the next part, where supporting a member of a team when required, is there anything there that you've been asked to do by Christina?
Yeah, well, basically, recently she's been going under relaunch of the website, so it's been under reconstruction. So while she's been constructing that and changing it to how she wants it to be, I've been contacting people to let them know that we're offering free online website advertising for the first month.
Okay.
So I've been doing that recently.
Okay, brilliant.
And by doing that, moving on to the 8.5, where it says show respect for individuals in a team. I've been respecting Christina by helping her do that and doing the tasks as she expected.
Yeah. Okay. So what about making sure that you do things to agreed quality standards and on time?
Yeah, so it was completed within agreed standards and time.
Right.
Yeah, I did it to help. She wanted it.
Okay. What's the current website like?
It's pretty basic.
Is it?
Yeah.
And she's taken it off, has she, now to re-upload?
Well, it'll just re-upload.
Okay. And I guess you agreed the logo. Did you have any input with the logos and stuff of the website?
Yeah.
So in outcome 9, deal with or refer problems in the team. So has there ever been any problems in the team?
Yeah, well, there's been problems where people have been, it's been discussions of different prices of things, and jobs have been turned down by customers, for example, for being a bit too high. So within the company there's been problems and disagreements to do with that. Yeah.
Okay. And what did you say? Something happened across the road?
Yeah, well, it was the guy across the road, and
what was the outcome of that?
Basically, the problem was resolved by them taking time away from each other, pretty much. So it didn't need to go any further than that because it was resolved by doing that. But if it did go further than that, and there was a problem that was more serious, it would be referred by going through Christina, because she's she's the director. So.
Yeah. Okay. So who would you? So you'd refer problems to her as well?
Yeah.
Okay. So in outcome 9, be able to use feedback, contribute to providing constructive feedback with the achievement of objectives in a team.
Yeah.
So how have you contributed to any constructive feedback?
Yeah, so whenever we do work, especially regarding printing and stuff like that, we'll all have our say and contribute to what we think about it and how it can be improved, and then points that we like about it so it can be changed. And then we're looking on to receiving constructive feedback on my own work. We do actually have group meetings where we'll sit down and we'll give constructive feedback to each other.
Okay.
And then on to the next point, we're using the feedback on achievement of objectives to identify improvements in own work. Following on to the feedback, we do look at ways together that we can improve the points made.
Okay. Brilliant. So it's all kind of face-to-face verbal rather than an official appraisal.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Okay. All right. So has there been where you've had to improve your work at all? An instant where you had to?
Yeah, there's been instances where I've not collected enough relevant information, so I've had to go back then and collect it
and get more.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Brilliant. Okay, we'll leave that there. Have you got any questions or?
No.
Okay, just to mention the appeals procedure. If you feel at any point where any of the assessments that you disagree with any of them, where we're gathering more evidence, you have the right to appeal.
Okay.
And you could discuss it with me. If we can't resolve it, we'll take it to the IV, Maria, and if she can't resolve it, she'll take it to Win or to the awarding body, to the EV. Okay, thanks. We'll leave it there.